What's going on, guys? It is Shaheen here at Shaw's Profits, and I am just kind of strolling into the office today, aka my dining room, and getting ready to start the workday. And I'm going to be starting it here pretty soon in my PJs, and I got my coffee right over here, and I'm like half awake right now. And this is what I love about internet marketing is I could just, if I decide that my couch seems like the best office place or office space today, or on a given day, then the couch it is. If I feel like I want to work from the kitchen and just munch on snacks and gain a few pounds, then I'll just go ahead and I'll work from the kitchen. But today I felt the dining room table area was appropriate. So I decided to come here, start working on a few marketing campaigns, but I wanted to shoot this video for you guys first and talk to you about how to actually make $500 from your first book. Because this is very possible, and I've had coaching students that have done it. One specific coaching student that I was actually talking to just the other day, we were communicating through email, checking up on his progress, seeing how he was doing, and he let me know that he's already at the $500 a month mark, and the majority of that money is coming from just one of his books. And he's only, I think, 2 months into the game or 3 months into the game. He was a fresh, brand new newbie, and he went ahead and did the Rudy Tooty coaching package with me and got all the bells and whistles that you get when you do coaching with me, and I analyzed all of his keywords. Now, here's the thing that got him to be making this much money from, just one book. And it's the same thing that allows, countless students that I coach, that I train, and others that I talk to, Kindle publishers that make this kind of money. So when my coaching student first came to me, we started everything, and I kind of told him what to do, how to do it, how to approach things, and kind of the niches to go in and not go in. So he brought me his first round of book titles / keywords. And I kind of looked over them, and it was the usual stuff, all the big niches, all of the big categories, all the keywords that are just super saturated, and also keywords that were very popular titles, not necessarily titles that were being searched for by people in the Kindle space, not the Kindle space, but by book buyers, by prospects of yours that are coming to Kindle or the Kindle marketplace to actually purchase books. So these were titles like, affiliate kung fu or something like that. You know what I mean? These were titles like the passive income cookbook. These weren't the actual titles, but they were titles just like this. I'd have to go back into the email to kind of see the titles, but that's not important. What's important is that you kind of get where I'm coming from. He was coming with titles that were really saturated, really saturated niches, and my coaching programs really go into what niches to stay in, what niches to stay out of, but he was going into the ones that were really saturated, and there were just there were just tons of people in them. And then he was also choosing these keywords that just weren't being searched for, but they had really high BSRs. And this is a very tricky thing with Kindle publishing, is that you can find books with really high BSRs, or low BSRs, I should say, but their titles are very deceiving, and you'll think that you should publish a book on those titles, but in reality, you'll fail. I mean, you'll fall flat on your face if you do. And I talk about that a lot with coaching students and students in six-figure publishing. I really try to make them go after keywords that are being searched for, and there are ways to figure that out. I won't go into that in this video, but that was really his bottleneck right there. So I sent him back out into the wild, and I gave him a bunch of little fixes. I told him, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. Went out there, and he came back, and this next round of keywords really blew my mind. And I was going over them with him, and we were really intense, getting into it, and we're dissecting things, and I really liked what he brought back, and you could see his progression and his evolution. You could kind of see that he started to get that eye for keywords. I was certain about a few of the books that he brought back. Other books, they were kind of a gamble, but I told him, if it was me, I'd go ahead and I'd publish. Which, by the way, if you ever do one-on-one with me, that's kind of how I do things. I will look at your keywords, and then I will I'll kind of tell you, my thoughts on it. I'll tell you why I would publish or why I wouldn't publish. I'll give you my stamp of approval or I won't. And I'll never tell you publish this, but I'll tell you if I would publish it. And the majority of them I told them I would publish, even though they were a gamble. And so again, I contacted him a few weeks later, and boom, he published those books, and he was making nearly $500 just from one book. And one big thing, besides just the niches, right? Because I told him what not to go into, what niches to go into. But then again, you got to find the keywords in those niches. He was coming back with these keywords that I had never even come across. They were very, very weird and very, very strange niches, things that were not popular, things that people overlook. There's a big thing going on online in internet marketing in general. There's not outside of the Kindle space. Things in the U.S. market are becoming incredibly competitive, right? There are a lot of people that are just tackling this market in terms of like Facebook advertising, affiliate marketing, running campaigns and promotions for big things, right? Outside of the whole Kindle world. And it's becoming incredibly competitive to market in the United States. That's not to say you can't make a ton of money. You can actually. You'll probably make the most money from the United States. But what certain people are doing, people that aren't lazy, people that are willing to go out of their way to kind of get away from the competition and the crowd, people are targeting different countries, different locations. They're going off into Malaysia, they're going off into India, they're going off into Nigeria, Chad. I mean, you name it. The internet is a global marketplace now, so you can really go to different geos and different locations and kind of hit veins that haven't been hit yet, or tap oil wells, so to speak, that have not been tapped yet. It takes a little extra work, right? Because you have to kind of like, if you're native English speaking, you don't know the language of the country, well, you gotta translate everything you do, and you gotta kind of get a feel for that marketplace, and then so you can cater your ads accordingly. But it's well worth it in my opinion. And it's same thing goes for students of mine, guys that come into the course. I really harp on the fact that they can go into these really popular niches right off the bat, especially if they don't have any money to run for Amazon ads or for some kind of advertising. If you want to play this game and not have to rely on paid traffic, not have to learn paid traffic, not even have to go through all that mess, then you just gotta get good at going into really weird niches that people are overlooking and really publishing, keywords that people are just they're not coming across. And this requires a little extra digging. It requires digging and digging and digging. And, you can dig a lot, but in the wrong wells, which is why, I always tell people to stay away from the big boys, and you kind of know what they are. But another thing that, it's been preached for a long time, but I'm amazed at how very few publishers do this. Another thing that allows you to make that kind of money from just one book is really CreateSpace. CreateSpace, KDP paperback, I think it's great too, but I know CreateSpace works, and until, people say otherwise, or until I find that my KDP paperback books are selling more than my Kindle or my CreateSpace paperbacks, I'm not going to make that switch, and I don't really advise anybody to make that switch, but, KDP, I'm pretty sure it's fine. The KDP paperbacks, that is. And CreateSpace is going to account for a lot of your income. I mean, I keep saying to this day, CreateSpace, and it's amazing how lazy publishers get, and not publish on CreateSpace. Your number one competitive advantage in not just Kindle publishing, but internet marketing is the laziness of other people that you're competing with. Most people are lazy, and most people are not going to do those extra 1 or 2 or 3 steps to actually to make something happen, to make a lot more money. And that is where you can actually totally dominate, is those few things that others won't do. If you just do them, you'll have a lot of success with this. And, that's what my course is all about. I've had a few students get into it, and they said, look, this is a lot of info, this is a lot of strategy, and you're telling me to do a lot of different things. I was just expecting to go in there and just publish a book. I have an idea for a book, so I want to publish it. I'm like, well, you're in the wrong course, hombre. You're in the wrong group. This group is all about making money, and that is a fail-proof way to not make money. All right. So yeah, that's really what I want to get across in this video. You know, weird niches. Never go after keywords that are just super popular and that wouldn't be searched for by people. I always think about that. Is this keyword being searched for by people? That's the easiest way to go about it. And then, of course, there's dozens of other things to do, but if you have that at the foundation, at the root, if you keep that in your mind, then you know, you'll be able to, like, everything else that you learn and identify will hinge off of that one, you know, concept. What is it people are searching for? What is it people are searching for? And there are a lot of ways to figure that out. I show you in my course, which, by the way, my course, Six Figure Publishing, it is $60 off until March 31st. I don't know if that's this Friday or Thursday, but yeah, $60 off until then. Go ahead, get inside. You know, if you want to tackle this and you want to do this right, and you want to figure out the places to go to find keywords, you want to figure out strategies that most people aren't using, and you want a course that shows you how to do everything from A to Z, go ahead, get inside Kindle Publishing, or Kindle Publishing, yeah, get inside my course, and get inside Kindle Publishing. And you'll find that if you're a serious student and you're willing to put in at least an hour or two a day into this thing, you'll have success. No doubt. You'll have success. You'll be making money. You'll be my next testimonial. Don't worry. So go ahead, check that out by March 31st. That's it for this video, guys. Also, CreateSpace. CreateSpace. I forgot to get into that. I got in that little self-promo tangent. That shill. Was I shilling my stuff? Yes, I was. But only because it's good for you. Vitamins are very, very good for you. You know, I'm like your mom and dad when you were young, telling you to take your vitamins. It sucks. It hurts. You know, it don't taste good, but when you take them, boy, do you feel good. And that's exactly what Six Figure Publishing is. Did I have anything else I wanted to tell you guys today? Nope, that's it. Working in my PJs today on the living room. It's a little messy over here, but it won't stop me. If you guys have comments and questions, do ask them. Please like the video, and do subscribe, because I'll be coming out with more fresh, profitable, and exciting content like this for you guys on the regular. This has been Shaheen from Shah's Profits. I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.